Strongest.
Okay. Come. Okay. Baby, come back.
Anemiki siku holam hachito lami Yamassee hajo. Mikul is Yamassee yate. Mfose Mikul Yamassee seminole erepaka hajo. Che unke hichite. Unke español.
No.
Creole.
Yo, you prefer English?
Yes, please.
I can speak English. My name is Chief Sekou Hajo of the Yamassee Indian tribe. Funny thing about people that call themselves your friends, sometimes they talk out of two sides of their faces. The British people claimed they were our people's friend. We helped them colonize this world. My people helped them find food, taught them how to hunt, how to find fresh water, and even helped them build their homes. In return, they captured our women and our children and put them into slavery because of our skin tone. So the Yamassee people looked like the African people that they was captured and put into slavery. And we understood what slavery was, but we had a different form of it. Because we don't see people as something you can own. The Creator said that all of us are free. When we're born free. That means we have the right to choose, eat, drink what we want, do who, be who, whatever we like. We understood this. The biggest violation that the British did was they captured our women, not knowing that our tribe is run by our women. We're a matrilineal society. The reason being because we've come to understand our mothers, the ones who give us life, are the most important tool and asset that we can have. Our mothers are our first teachers. They're the ones that protect us the first. And they're the ones who run our family and tribes because our mothers have our best interests. My people were forced to go to war to protect our women, our future. Without our women, there is no future. The story of the African people and the Yamassee people is not an historical account. It's a story of survival. Today we live in a world called America, where we fight for other people's freedom and oppression. It's the same thing our people went through here. Many people come through Fort Mose looking to hear the slave narrative, what the slave had to endure, what they had to go through. What they went through was the fight to be free, for their children, you, to be free, to have the choices, the options to live the way you want. Unlike everyone else here, my mothers, I'm not a reenactor. I'm the real chief of the Yamassee Indian tribe. We still exist, but my people have been taken out of history, written out of history, because of our skin tone and complexion, and because they couldn't beat us. When we left and went to regain those that were kidnapped, that they called slaves, we no longer became the fiercest of warriors. We became runaways, wild ones, slaves that had an owner. And because we fought for freedom for our mothers, our children, our grandparents, they renamed us in the Spanish word Seminole. Seminoles. So our story was lost in history. His story. My job here today is to let you know that no matter what reason you came here for, my ancestors called out to you to be here, to hear their voice, to understand their plight. Because it's not a slave narrative. It was a fight for freedom. It was a fight for our mothers, our future, the women. Today, most men or children don't even see the value in our mothers and women. Our mothers and women are taken for granted, even though they give us life. Without you, there is no us. That was the true fight. That was our true plight. The ancestors brought you here to hear the story of the Yamassee people, the forgotten people. The people that when someone walks by me, they think he can't be Indian. But I am. Our people, blood is on this ground that you walk on. And I only ask that you listen to their stories, listen to the narratives, understand that blood was spilled here for the purpose of freedom, for you, so that you can be here today. I apologize if I don't have a narrative that you would like to hear. This great story of survival, because it was survival. Navigating through woods, no flashlights, no McDonald's, having to find food, having to follow the trails of deer, follow the stars, be careful what you say, who you say, making sure our babies didn't make noise, mothers losing their babies because they had to snuff them, which means basically suffocate them in fear of them being put into slavery, because slave catchers was coming in. My grandmother's still experiencing that. My great-grandmother's still experiencing that, where our children was used as gator bait by hunters. This is an untold narrative because it's not something that people want to hear. The history that we have been told has been watered down. My job is to tell you that it was never watered down for our people. All people. There was many people on this trail that helped the Native Americans and the Africans because they understood and loved. They understood what love was. They understood what God was and is. So while you're here, all I ask you to do is love each day. Teach your children history, because history awakens them to our future. If we don't know history, we're destined to do it again. That is the history of mankind. When we don't learn our lessons, we continue to do the same thing. We live in a world today where we don't have family dinners no more. Everything is about me, I. But right now, my sisters and mothers, if something was to happen, best believe we will all band together to protect each other, and we don't have to know each other. Let's live like this every day. The fight for freedom here was a narrative that was not told and talked about, nor honored or respected. So please, make sure you relive history as women, all women, no matter what your color, what your belief. Relive history and teach your children history so they can understand what you go through today. Please, I'm not going to hold you ladies up. I'll just say thank you for listening. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.